From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the New Orleans Saints. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Baker going to throw this right away. And his throw here's incomplete. This defense for the Saints very strong in that victory a week ago.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Now a third-round pick a year ago. Here's Rachaad White. There he goes left side. How about this? He's to the 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rachaad White, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's the conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Carr. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Following the interception, Mayfield. This is caught by Evans. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A good pick up there of 20 yards. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Mayfield keeps it himself. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, I think the effort was there, but sometimes the defense is just a little bit better. No gain on the quarterback sneak, no place to go.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. White. Touchdown, Buccaneers. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So taking it right down Broadway. Now he's 3 to midfield. Alvin Kamara racing to the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 75. And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
Now Mayfield. He'll get that out to the flat to White. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. And you look at this Saints defense. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Isaiah Foskey brings him down.
Plays like that are why so many are excited to see what Foskey can grow into in his first few seasons. Oozes athleticism with a ton of potential, and Notre Dame certainly knows how to produce successful pass rushers.
And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
734.
Throwing on first down is Carr. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. A give to Kamara running right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
93. 93.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Credit the sack to Vita Vea. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, you know, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Third and 2. Here's Mayfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
First down, here's White. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9. Mayfield now. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
That put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw, Mayfield. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
With that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
Now a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Brings up 3rd and 3.
What now?
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And now Carr changing the formation. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
This is 2nd and 8. Mayfield to throw it. Throw out right, hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 3. Mayfield looks to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
And they're on 46-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
After the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Yo, Chief.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Bucs are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
2nd and 6. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Flush to his right. This ball complete to Durham. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Isaiah Foskey. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. They run it again with Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Now Carr. He lets it go deep for Olave. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fielded at about the 28. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see some...
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
At their own 46-yard line.
What now?
Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues. Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Pulled in at the 24. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Throwing, Mayfield. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Running out of the gun with White. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Second down and 6 now.
Mayfield. That's complete to White. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Now Baker going to change it up.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
130 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. He'll buy some time.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A 10th carry for Kamara. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Here's Carr to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taking it about the 36. So a change of possession here on the punt.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48.
136 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now 2nd and 3.
They stay on the ground with White. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They run straight ahead here with White. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
That tackle for loss earned by Alontae Taylor.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
3rd and long for Mayfield.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
New strike team. Hey, Raider 2. 694. That's it.
Now Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Buccaneers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He completes it right side to White. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll bring up second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Now Mayfield. Another catch by White. Back-to-back plays. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5.
King. Point it right.
Now back to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Delay of game penalty ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. And boy, again, they won't get this off in time. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback because everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now back to the ground game with White. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Here's Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And that ball popped free. We can hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone teammates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
He's got White here. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Blocked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Taking it about the 16. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Kamara trying to right side. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd down and 6. To throw, it's Carr. Here's Johnson with a reception. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 27-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
You're mine.
Here's Kamara off the draw. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
2nd and 9. Carr drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. Only able to gain a couple there. And 3rd and 8 now. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The offense on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, 7:34. That's up.
To throw his Carr. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, as struggles continue, 0 open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
And his kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 40-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll go up the middle with White. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
They're not in any rush offensively. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Hey, alert 33.
White. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that can come back and get you.
Now, I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right, where you are. That's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away. White is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our...
And now it's blocked. The Saints have got it. There he goes left side. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. That is a play that you just do not see very often. Maybe a couple times a year. The blocked extra point return for 2.
You can't afford to give anyone a free run at the kicker. Oftentimes he's going to bounce off his hands or chest and head the other direction.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here comes 2nd down. Throwing his Carr. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
What now?
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Carr, got to have this one. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Down at the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And he is going to have a Bucs first down. All smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out in the running game.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Tampa Bay, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.